Now let's put our hands together. Amen. And let's welcome the new family. Amen. Let's get into it. Let's have church.
Oh, we didn't leave Georgia. We made it 70 miles out of Florida. I hauled the nader down on the bus. You know what? It's still going. The alternator ain't going, but the bus is.
That's right.
It's going to be going tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It's going to be going the next night.
Right.
It's going to go back to Tennessee. Then it's going to come back to his house. Then it's going to get fixed.
Yeah.
Ain't that what it's all about? I ain't going to do no stuff because we're going to keep going every time. Because you can go through anything. How many believe you can go through some things? Let me tell you something. You ain't seen nothing yet until they lay your body down and tell you you're going to die. I was on the phone with Ronnie Henson today and we was talking about a prayer that he prayed for me. You know, there's a time, he said, are you talking about the cellular time? And I thought he was talking about a cell phone. Man's got more words than anything I ever heard in my life. He said, I'm talking about the cellular prayer. And I thought, what's he talking about my cell phone for? He was talking about praying for the cells of my body. And I thought to myself, sometimes we need that. Sometimes you got to help that person that's got that connection with you. You know what I mean? I thought if I hadn't went through the things that I went through, I'm going to tell my testimony here in a little bit, but I want Jimmy to sing through the fire. Come on. You know, we wrote a lot of songs and God really blessed us. But I want you to listen to this.
Times of question, certain circumstances, and things I could not understand. Come on, how many's ever been there? And many times in trials, weakness blurs my vision, and my frustration gets so out of hand. Never been there, but it's still I am reminded been forsaken. I've never had to stand one test alone. I just look at all the victories. Let the power of God rise up in me and say it's through the fire of my weakness. When you say it's true, He never promised that the cross would not get heavy. You would not be hard to know. He never offered one victories without fighting. He said help would always come. He said I'm very present help in a time of trouble. Just remember when you're standing in the valley of decision, that when the adversary says just hold on, my God's gonna show up, and He will take you through the fire. Yes, He will. I like this part, say, I know within myself that I will surely perish. Oh, within I trust in my God. She'll rise again. Yes, He will. Again. He will take you through the fire.
Hallelujah. Praise God.
Yes.
But it'd be too much to ask to turn that fan off right there. And maybe this one if you can.
Come on. We sing that song one more
Yes, we
time.
can.
Come on.
Let me tell you something. God's good tonight. Somebody needs to hold on. Because you know what? God's going to show up. He showed up for me.
Come on.
He's going to show up in Colorado.
Yes,
He's going to show up everywhere you need him. But you got that? Listen to this.
Many times I've questioned certain circumstances, things I could not understand.
You ever been in?
Many times in trials, weakness blurs my vision, and my frustration gets all of hand. But then it speaks to me. It says it's then I remind you, you've never been forsaken. You never stood one test alone. I just look at all my victories, how every time God stepped in for me and say, it's through the fire my weakness is made strong. Yes it is, yes it is. He made the promise that the cross would not get heavy, or the hills would not be hard to come down. He never offered one victory without fight. But he said help would always come in time. Just remember when you're standing in the valley of decision, when the devil tells you to give up, the Savior says, he tells you you never amount to anything, just hold on, 'cause my God's gonna show up time like he always does. He will take you through the fire again. Oh, say, I know within myself that I'm gonna surely perish. Only if I trust the hand of my God to shield the flames again. Yes, he will again. Come on, help me out to take it from me. He never promised would not be only you will not be hard to come on, Lisa, feel that twirl for what you're seeing. He never offered one victory without you may have your victory until you go through something. Just remember when you're standing in the valley of decision. The Spirit says, say no devil, I'm holding on. Just hold on, 'cause my God's gonna show up. He will take you through the fire again. I'm gonna hold on. My God's gonna show up. He will take you through the fire again.
You know, I studied about being, doing and doing what we are doing. You know, a lot of people look at you, they think this and think that. You know what I tell them all the time? I'm like my brother Fuzz right there.
Come on.
I'm ready to quit and put my toes in the sand and stay there. It ain't what I want to do, it's what I have to do. And I remember laying on my hospital bed. How many have heard my testimony? How many haven't? 1 year ago, in January, I had 3 days to live. I had 11% heart function. And if I lived, no chance of living, but if something miraculous happened, then I was going to have a heart transplant. 2018.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you right now, are we 6 months into 2019 yet? What month is this? June? 6 months in. I've done defeated that one. I'm going to live to be a ripe-aged old man, I believe. You know what that was? I think we both are. And we're going to sit there and drink coffee, ain't we? And study about all them things we did do. But I remember sitting in that hospital and I saw this vision. The doctor said what he had to say. Buzz and Sharon came up, was with me. As far as they were concerned, I wasn't leaving that hospital alive. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. I'd grown up and I'd worked in the coal mines. We seen a lot of things happen, ain't we? We've never been afraid to die, but it's just one of them things that happens. Because we've saw it so many times. You know what I'm talking about? You become calloused. I want to tell you something else you become calloused to. You become calloused to struggles and troubles in life. I wrote a song called Have I Done My Best to make it to the promised land? Have I done my best to see the nail prints in his hand? And did I try in every way to keep the faith when put to the test? But at the end, the question still remained, have I done my best? And I thought as I sat in that bed and I looked out that window, snow was blowing on a January, and I wasn't leaving alive. My wife crawled up in the bed. I want you to know something. I didn't care if the electric bill hadn't been paid. I didn't care if the wood stove had any wood in it or not. I didn't care if the car payment was paid. I was leaving. Not that I didn't care. I didn't have time to think about that. But I'm laying there thinking, have I done my best? Have I tried in every way? Did I put forth every effort that I knew? I came down the road in that old bus coming from Florida. I don't know. It's 800 miles from here. It's close in. And I came down the road thinking, man, this old thing. So I go and buy me a charger. And I hook a charger. Well, I say, go get your charger and put on the batteries and keep going. See, sometimes we got to have somebody tell us to keep going. You know what? He might be one of the greatest singers in this world. I don't know. He never sung for me. Well, there's one thing about it. If I broke down, I know his phone number. And he'll tell me how to keep going. Sometimes we need somebody to tell us to keep going. You know what I mean? Because we'll give up if we don't. Keep going. Somebody sometimes got to tell you it'll be all right. It'll be okay. But remember, you got to keep going. That's right. You got to keep going. That cloud, that vision, you got to keep going. Because I want to tell y'all something. That's right. And this goes to everyone that's here today. When Tina crawled up in the bed with me after the devastating news, and she began to cry, laid her head over my shoulder, fell asleep. Tried herself to sleep. She'd been up for weeks already. Nobody was there but me and her and God. I laid my head over. I was studying about the machine that they had me hooked up to, which showed the functions of my heart. And the red and the blue, they can't describe, they can't tell you. Said they don't know what causes it to show up, red, blue. It's the blood that's pumping inside my heart. But I began to think about that machine, and I had a vision. And I was staring directly at the wall of my bed. Everybody else had stepped out, but nobody but me and her and God. And I saw this huge culvert, bigger than this building. Huge. When I say huge, I mean huge. It wasn't water coming out of it, but it was a full pipe of people. Not single file, not shoulder to shoulder, but head over head. It was just flowing people. They had red and blue shirts. And I opened my eyes. I Began to move around. Tina said, "What are you smiling about?" I said, "You see those people? Those are mine. I gotta go get them. I ain't going nowhere. I shall live and not die. I shall live and not die." I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes we have to speak something for ourselves. Wasn't it David that had to encourage himself? But we sit around because somebody else didn't encourage us. Sometimes, Chris, we have to encourage ourselves and not give up. But I looked at my wife after the vision. I said, "I shall live and not die." Ronnie hits the note. And with the big deep voice that he had, made me feel pretty good that he would take his time to call me. Because I know there's millions of people he can talk to. But he said, "I feel like praying for you on that cellular level." And he wasn't talking about no cell phone either. And he began to pray. I began to sing a song, which will go on the new album this week, called "You Can Know How It Feels." Let me tell you something. I want to speak something to you. You can do a lot of things in life. Go a lot of places. Be anything that you choose to be. Grow old. Move to the beach and put your toes in the sand. Drink little umbrella pineapple drinks. We can do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But there's a good life to live. And we have to live that good life. Or we can know how it feels to be broken every day of our lives. We can know how it feels to pity ourselves.
Right, come on.
We carried water to the house when I grew up. We built a fire in a cold cook stove every day.
Yes.
And Mommy cooked on it.
Yes.
In the summertime and the wintertime.
Right.
We never had no air conditioning.
Right.
We drove back from Bradenton, Florida, 101 degrees in that bus. No air conditioning. Too hot for the generator to run.
Come on.
And if it did, the air still didn't work.
Right.
It was hot.
Come on.
And you know what the Lord reminded me? It's still going, ain't it? I gave it to you. It's still rolling.
Yeah.
Thermostat said 250 degrees.
Come on.
I called Buzz. I said, thermostat says 250 degrees. He said, still running, ain't it? Still running. Keep going. That's the only person I got to call. You know what he ain't never told me? Just park it up and quit. No, keep going.
That's right.
And you know what the Lord reminded me while I was riding down I-10? Well, when I rode that donkey, I didn't have no air conditioning.
Right.
When I rode that donkey, sometimes it got hot. When I rode that donkey, sometimes it got cold.
What if it would have quit?
What if he just said, I'm not riding this donkey, so I'm not going? But you know what? He went.
Right.
We got spoiled.
Come on.
We can't come to church if it's too hot.
Right.
We ain't gonna, if it don't work just right, we ain't going.
Come on.
But I rolled over on my side and I began to sing. You can know how it feels to be on a mountain high.
Come on.
You can know how it feels to just break down and cry.
Come on.
You can know how it feels because I called up this old friend.
Yes. Hallelujah.
I said, can you help me? They said this might be the end. But you see, most things in life, you can know how it feels. Because you know what we can do? We can do anything we want to do. We can be the president of the United States if we choose to. We can run for governor.
Right.
We can start a coal mines.
Yeah, come on.
We can fix a piece of junk
Yeah, come on.
and go another mile. We can do that.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Or we can give up. Or we can just sit down and cry.
Right.
You can know how it feels to be on this mountain high, have everything you need.
Right.
You can know how it feels when you just break down and cry. You can know how it feels because you called a that old friend. I said, friend, can you help me? Cause this might be the end. But you see, most things in life, you can know you can do a lot of things, but you know what? But you can't know how it feels to give your only son. Watch him be ridiculed and begin to run. And you can't know how it feels to see him hang his head night. Cry, Father, forgive them as he passed from this life. But you see, most things in life. Do that course again. You can know how it feels. You can't. I said you can't know how it feels to give the Lord the Son. Watch him be ridiculed. Watch his blood begin to run. And you can't know how it feels for me to see him hang his head high. They cry, Father, forgive Chris as he passed from this life. But you see, most things in life, you can know how it feels. Let me tell you something. It's easy to possess things. I remember in 2012 when I worked and I could. I had pretty much whatever. But then there came a time when I had to let it go. And I had to travel, stay. And I absolutely did not want to do that. But I did. And I'm in better shape now. I wouldn't be alive today if I hadn't obeyed it. As I laid on my deathbed, fighting for my life, the doctor said, I'm sorry, as they gathered by my side. You know what I did? So I took them by the hand to say my last goodbye. When this frail and feeble voice spoke up, gave me this reply. Sing it. You can't tell me I'm dying. Come on. When heaven's gates swing open wide, I say, Jesus, stand away. I'm talking about me. To the other side. Listen to it. My whole life in my shadows. Things weren't always like I planned. Things weren't always like I planned. You know what? You can't tell me that I'm dying. 'Cause I made it to the promised land. Ain't you tired of people talking about people? I remember the night he wrote in the sand where your accusers is deep. Let me tell you how simple it is. If you're here and you don't know that you're ready to leave on the cross, deserving what they gave. But one said, Lord, remember me
It was his last breath.
Come on, it's that easy. It's that easy today. Better stop judging your brother and sister. Cause the drunkard and the addict, all the churches wants to forget about them. But Christ died just the same. Come on, I like this part. If they're standing by their bed,
So just remember
Jesus loves them.
and he died for their sin.
Come on, church.
Don't be one
Come on.
cast the stone, 'cause he'll judge in thee. You can't tell me I'm dying.
Come on, because I got a promise waiting on me.
When heaven's gates swing open wide. Jesus, there welcome me. Though his strength and arms were open to the other side.
Start that over. Start that over. You know what he told? You know what he said? Jesus is going to give him a hand. Jesus is going to give you a hand. Yes, he is. Man lay on his deathbed, fighting for his life. Doctor said he couldn't do nothing about this. Doctor said he couldn't. So he took him by the hand. He took him by the hand. Little frail and little bitty voice spoke up. And you know what he said? Can you tell him what he said?
You can't tell me I'm dying. When heaven's gates swing open wide, I see my Jesus there to welcome me.
Come on, he said, come on in.
To the other side. To the other side.
He's going to give you a hand.
My whole life been led by a shadow.
I know things are always like you planned.
Things were always coming. You can't tell me that I'm dying. 'Cause I made it to the promised land.
Hallelujah. I remember the time about me.
He wrote in the sand.
Everybody ain't always like me. But that was yesterday. I was one of the thieves on the cross. I deserved to die 1 year ago. But I said, Lord, remember me. I didn't say I've done everything I should have. I didn't say that.
But the drunkard and the addict,
Sometimes the church wants to forget about that.
come on. But Christ died just the same. If you're standing by their bed, so just remember Jesus loves them, and he died for their sins. So don't be one to cast a stone, 'cause he'll judge in thee. You can't tell me I'm dying. When heaven's gates swing open wide.
You know what I saw? You know what I saw 1 year ago?
Hallelujah.
I saw
Jesus there to welcome me.
see it in his face. And I told him, I said, it's going to be okay. And I tell you what, and then a week later, I lost my sister.
Bless the Lord.
And then a week apart. Mom, she was with me, with my husband, and here's my sisters. Back and forth. My dad passed away at 14. So that song, I mean, when you sing it, it's just, I don't mean to take up the time.
Bless the Lord.
You know, just cherish every moment that you have. Praise the Lord, because He gave you your chances in life, and I think He puts together for a reason.
Bless the Lord.
And Gary and I, we didn't really always see eye to eye, but as we started in church and we started, getting better. But, it just, but I thought, he was young, 69.
Bless you.
And I thought, oh, Dad, Mom and Dad were married for 66 years. And I thought, I had him a long time. But when the Lord gets ready, you got to be there.
That's right.
That's right. But I'm like, I think it's like everyone got depressed. I said, what am I going to do now? I'm alone. What am I going to do? But he walked me through every step of the way. He has built me. He has, because Gary took care of everything. I worked and was his disabled, and he took care of everything as far as, but we're not lost. But the Lord has built me. And I just praise Him so much today.
Bless you.
Because I tell you what, that lonesome, you have somebody and all of a sudden they're gone.
Right.
I thought it was going to take you home. God did that same thing. He went in when he was diabetic and then they told me. They went in on our children, of course, blood clot, But it just, it's just like you say in that song, you can't tell me I'm dying. And I know where I'm going, but in that point of your life,
Bless you, Jesus.
you feel like you're dead. But the Lord is going to build me back up.
Yes.
That's just what I was
Because I felt like I
saying.
just died. When and part of me did die with Him. Because I'm not the same person I was.
Bless you.
But He's built me. And He's put a lot of people, Christian people in my life. He's built me. He knows what I need.
Bless the Lord.
And y'all are such a blessing. The first time we ever heard you was at JCR. And I tell you what, we just could not stand alone and my sister. And went all the way back home. It's like we just could not believe how much we felt and what we got out of it.
Bless you.
So I tell you, y'all are such a blessing to us. And, but I just thank y'all so much for the ministry that y'all do.
I studied about, and she was talking about losing her husband. I said something down in, I don't remember if it was in Central Florida or somewhere a few weeks ago. I studied about me leaving. I wasn't worried about leaving the kids at all. Children are going to grow up, they're going to do and be what they want to be.
Right.
But when you're left sitting on the porch with a cup of coffee, and that's all you have right there. When I laid in that hospital bed, and I was leaving here, because you don't know how much it means to me to get a text in the morning that just says coffee. And I look over at Tina and she'll say, "Who was that?" I say, "Coffee." Don't that sound just like what he says? He says it just like that. Coffee. Coffee's ready. You need to come over here and drink it before it gets cold. So I get up and I go drink it. We're focused. We got to keep going. We're going to keep going. We ain't going to stop.
That's right.
No matter what, we're going to keep going. Sung a song years ago called I Got to Keep Going. I'm going to make it someday, somehow. Look ahead, there's promised land or something, but I got to keep going.
Right.
I feel an intimate spirit right now. I don't want to get no hurt for nothing.
Come on, brother. Just obey God.
Let's just give it a minute. You just don't know what it is to go from being able to do and be and buy anything you want to do it. Just God said to get up and be like a bird. And if it's there, eat it. If it ain't, don't. You understand what I'm telling you?
Right. Come on.
When the opportunities come, they're good. But when they don't, it can be a sad time.
Yes.
But I thought about what she said. I had a dream last night, and I've even told my wife this.
Bless.
2 tombstones, mine and yours. Don't know why I had that dream, but they were pretty. But guess what? I was standing there looking at it. I was on this side looking at it.
Come on.
My son is one of the greatest singers, but there is. Noah is a great singer. My wife is a great singer. I used to be a great singer, but there's a difference now
Come on.
in what I am, and what he is,
Right.
and what she is.
Right.
I've got to follow God.
Right.
It don't get easy.
Come on.
You just get strong.
Come on.
He's gone. But you're going to get stronger. But it ain't going to get easier.
Right.
See, I've tried my best to figure out what to tell people when they say that. And a lot of people says, well, it gets easier after you. It don't get easier. You just have to get stronger.
Right.
You have to get stronger. You have to rise above. You have to stand back and look down on that grave and them tombstones that has your name on it.
Uh-huh.
And say, that's not me. I have risen above that. I don't know what God has in store for my heart, but I know that it's pretty good shape.
Right.
I'm fat, but that's okay.
Bless.
But we're going to get stronger.
Right.
Fellas, we're going to get stronger. They got a very, very prestigious invite before we left Florida. He said, Tony Dean, we have put together a Southern Gospel Music Guild at the BMI building, and you may know what I'm talking about in Nashville, Tennessee. We're only going to have 50 people.
Come on.
We want to know if you'll come.
Come on.
Brother, I'm the cornbread eating this. I'd rather sit in Beaver Dam, Kentucky in a rocking chair in front of a fan in a garage than I would to be out there trying to chase a neon light
That's right.
and a star and a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
That's right.
If there's anything that you've ever heard me sing, here's the funny part. I haven't never put on paper.
Come on.
God gives it to me and I sing it.
Right.
And I sing it from there on. And I don't quit singing it. Because of that anointing. Just like the lioness. Just like, oh my goodness.
Come on now.
Let's do I Can Still Go Free.
Yeah.
This, I got a brand new twist on this old song.
Come on.
See, I got this big ugly scar right here. I want to do this for you. And for you. For my brother. Sometimes in here, we get jacked up. You was talking about Iraq, wasn't you? You ever been jacked up in here? You ever had a broken heart? I'm asking you a question.
Come on.
Have you ever stood back after a many 46 years? Is that what you said, honey? And just said, man, I'm still locked up in a prison and I'm hurt inside every day. Or you just walk through the house and you remember to see something that just breaks you. Why does God allow us to outbeat?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Turn that down just a little bit, son. My wife, it's the greatest thing ever happened to me. I met her when she was 12 years old. She was my biggest fan. She was. Things happened over the years. Guess what? She's still my biggest fan. I can be driving that bus down the road and it's hot, and I'll feel that little hand reach around there and just wipe my forehead off. The other night, I was laying in the bed. I want to talk to you just a minute about the facts of life.
Oh my God.
The facts of life is cancer. See, we get taught our whole life it's about getting a husband or a wife and loving that woman, loving that man, enjoying them, having children, having an intimate relationship. They forgot to tell me about cancer. My mom's got pancreatic cancer, and I found that out this week. I can't do a thing about it. But she'll not let me stand by her side. Not as long as there's a date on that calendar. She would rather me be here with you than to be there with her.
Come on.
I remember when he was in the hospital, I was headed way up north. But I went to him and I stayed right there till he came out. And I seen he was okay. But you know what? I can tell you something about him. He cares enough about you and everybody else that he'd say, you got to be there. You need to go. You got to be there. And I want you to know something. Sometimes when you're obedient to God, that's the best thing that ever happened to your loved one. The best thing that ever happened to them is for you to follow the will of God and to be obedient. But you know what? We're going to get a new bus one day from Lord Tasha's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to have air conditioning. Jimmy's going to drive it. I ain't going to touch it no more. I'm going to put my feet up and I'm going to sing and I'm going to write and I'm going to sing and I'm going to write. I'm going to say, God, what next? We stood in this little church just a few minutes ago before, well, sometime this afternoon. I looked over at Jimmy and I said, this is it. And we began to sing and work on some music. Brand new song. Couldn't tell you what the words is it right now, but it's called This Is It.
Hallelujah.
And it ain't Michael Jackson's song.
Come on.
But it's going to be just as good. Because it's going to be an honor.
Amen.
Start that up. How many still locked in the prison? Let's get stronger. Let's break the shackles and get out. Lock me up in a prison. Listen to me. You can throw. You can throw away the keys. You know what makes you strong? Take away my vision from these old eyes that now can see. Listen to me. Deprive me of I can still go free. That I could still go free. Tell me what kind of man would reach down his hand and do this for me. I was so unworthy to live. I was not fit to kill. That's when a man on the cross, he put me in his will, and he said that I can still go free. Be free, can you? You see, I never could. I couldn't quite understand why such a king would want to leave his throne. We gotta get stronger. Put on the robe of your own earthly pain. You know that? To feel all your pain, to feel everything that you're going through. Your flesh and bones. Let the later trod down such a lonely path, and let the Calvary's heal you. See that old blood-red stain, it broke all my old chains. It says that I can still go free. That I could still go free. Who would do it for you? Tell me what kind of man would reach down his hand and do this for me. I was so unworthy to live. I was not fit to kill. That's when a man on the cross, he put me in his will, and he said that I could still go free. I can still go free. Who's going to do it for you? Who else is going to do it for you? God has been good
Yes, he has.
to us. God has been good to you.
Yes, he has.
I said the other day, I said, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna worship like I just got 3 days left.
That's right.
Not to live, but I got 3 days to worship.
Come on.
They give me 3 days, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Come on.
Come on, son. Yeah. Jesus, can't nobody do me like the
face the mountain like I've never faced before. That's why I'm holding on you, Lord. And I know it's been a while, but hear me when I pray. I need you now like I never had before. Yes, sometimes it takes a mountain. Sometimes a troubled sea. Sometimes it takes a desert. Yes, it does, yes, it does, to get hold of me. But in every test and trial, listen, His love is so much stronger. Thank you, Jesus. That whatever troubles me, yes, sometimes it takes a mountain. Come on, can you say, I thank you for my mountains? I thank you for my valleys. Listen, forgive me, Jesus. I thought I could take whatever life would throw my way. Oh, this I will admit, it's brought me to my knees. I need you, Lord, and I'm not ashamed to say, oh. Sometimes, come on, is anybody facing a mountain in their life today? You know you got the power to speak it, remove. Oh, sometimes the trouble sea. Sometimes it takes a desert, yes it does, to get hold of me. Sometimes you're going through some deserts, church, some dry places, but His love is so much stronger. Yes, it is. Than whatever troubles me. Nobody knows God's bigger than our problems. Sometimes it takes a mountain, oh, to trust you and believe. Sometimes it takes a mountain, yes it does, to trust you and believe. Come on, can you trust Him when you can't trace Him? Can you keep that faith? Sometimes it takes a mountain. Sometimes a troubled sea. Oh, yes, it does. Sometimes it takes a desert. Come on, you gonna go through some dry seasons to get hold of me. Within every test and every trial, say, Lord, your love is so much stronger. Yes, it is. Than whatever troubles me. Yes, it is. Yes, sometimes it takes a mountain, to trust you and believe. I'm gonna trust you. Sometimes it takes a mountain, to trust you and believe.
it takes them out. Sometimes you have to go through some things
Yes, we do. Come on.
to make you strong. You might say, well, I don't agree with that. It makes you stronger.
Yes, it does.
It makes you care not what people think.
That's right. Come on.
When you know that you're doing the very best you can, and that you're loving the Lord, and that you're walking in His will, and that you're abiding in His calling, then you know. You don't have to worry about what people think. You know, I remember years ago, my dad may be watching, but I remember years ago, it didn't take much to aggravate him. Somebody said something, or somebody didn't like the way that we either sung this. But I remember one time going into church, and I sat down behind the piano, and I began to play. I want to tell you something.
Come on.
I can play a piano, and I ain't ashamed to say that, because I know where it came from. God. I sat down behind the piano one time and I began to play and sing. And I'll tell you exactly what they said to me. The same thing they said to Jerry Lee Lewis. That boy's playing rock and roll. They didn't want me to play no more.
Come on.
How did I know what rock and roll was? I couldn't even play one. God gave it to me.
That's right.
So who were they to say what God gave me was wrong? I played that piano. And let me tell you something. I played it with, I was like David. I played it with everything that I had.
Right.
And it drove the evil spirits away.
Right.
They didn't like it,
Hallelujah.
but that's okay. I'm still playing it.
Right.
And I'm still playing it for the right reason.
Right.
But I want to ask you something today. How big's your mountain? What are you facing tomorrow? What are you facing Monday? And I say this a lot of places I go. Because you know what? You may be sitting here thinking, well, I can't pay my power bill. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Same way I got that bus up here with no alternator.
Come on.
You got to keep going.
There you go.
Figure it out. You know what happens to us? We just quit. We just quit.
Come on.
When we go to the doctor and they say, well, let me tell you something. I want to tell you something real quick. I think before I had written, no, I haven't written those songs. But these new ones that are coming out, you can know how it feels. Have I done my best? God's been so good to me. What is another? Scars. Give me a G. I sat on a beach in Fort Myers. Some of you may not like that. God still spoke to me. Regardless. I looked out over that water. Father took me down there. You know what he called me? He told me, he said, listen. He said, I know what makes you feel better. He said, I'm going to tell you something. At that time, I didn't know they was talking about a heart transplant. They all did, but I didn't. They didn't tell me. I was still singing, you can't tell me I'm dying. But he took me down there. He said, a little bit of white sand and sunshine always makes things better. But the songwriter kicked in. And we're sitting at a little restaurant called the Log Cabin. Is that what it's called? Eating gravy and biscuits. And I had to leave the table. And I had to run to the bathroom.
Come on now.
Not for what you think. I had to pull my phone out. And I had to sing. If scars could say 1,000 words, I know what his would be.
Right.
He had to get me in the right place at the right time with the right frame of mind and a calm spirit.
Right.
Let me tell you something. If you wake up every day mad at your man,
Right.
or mad at the dishes, or mad at the dishwater, wash machine, if you wake up every day mad because the grass has got to be cut, God can fix it where you don't ever have to cut it again.
Right.
He can take you out of here. If my wife don't like me, God can take me away from her.
Right.
But she loves me.
Right.
So we got to be real careful watched the little show with my son, my baby son. Aladdin. Some of you may not like that, they don't. But I'll tell you what I heard in it. See, I'm all the time looking for something to tie what God's done for me. I don't care if it's a stop sign. I don't care if it's the person standing there with the homeless sign. I'm looking for something. I go to my post office box and you know what? I open it. One day there's going to be a title to a brand new bus or something there. So I reach in. Most of the time it ain't. But I'm still waiting. Because you can't have a baby unless you're expecting. Listen to what I'm fixing to tell you. Ladies, gentlemen, you cannot have a child unless you conceive. You cannot receive from the Lord unless you conceive first. You cannot expect Him to do anything. You can't be expected if you haven't conceived the Spirit of God into your life. Is that too real for some of you? I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. But I thought as I sat there and I looked out across that water, the Lord said, write me another song. And I'm thinking, what was I? Wasn't home 2 months, was it, from the hospital? I'd had a rough little go. I couldn't wait to get back on the road to sing. I don't know why. But it's what I do. And I begin to sing. Scars can say 1,000 words of what His would be. From the Garden of Gethsemane to the hill of Calvary, all the pain and all the anguish from the stripes He bore that day, I believe I can hear Him say, listen to the one more time verse. The scars can say 1,000 words. I wonder, Lord, scar like that. From the Garden of Gethsemane, where they tied him to a post and they beat him and hung him on a tree. All his pain and all his anguish, all the stripes He bore that day. Listen to me, veteran. I believe I can hear Him say, listen, young man. 10 for all the soldiers that our families lost in war. 10 for all the children hidden behind the bedroom door. 10 for all the sick and the lost we cannot see. But in all reality, the last night just for me. You didn't get it, did you? At the log cabin, I said 10 for all the soldiers that our families lost in war. You see, 10 for all the children hidden behind the bedroom door. I said 10 for all the sick, for the lost in this world we cannot see. But in all reality, the last night was just for me. I wished I knew the rest of that. We wrote it in the bus coming up here. I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be one of the greatest songs ever written in my life. Because I understood every stripe. All 39 of them. 10 for those that went out. And they gave us the right to worship and have church. They gave us the right to pray. And 10 for all the children, just like this right here. This young man right here. Oh, God gives you that hand, boy. I hope they write me a letter and say, hey, his hand, he woke up one morning. He got his hand. You know what he said? He said, that man's going to give me a hand. Talking about Jesus. And you know what? He will. You know that, don't you? 10 for all the soldiers. 10 for all the children. 10 for all the lost and the sick. The last 9, He allowed me to say them was just for me.
Come on.
On my deathbed. But He knows my name. Come on, son, let's do it. He knows my name. Preacher, you didn't tell me what to do and what not to do.
You shall let go.
I will. When I get done, I'll quit. And when He gets done, I'll quit.
Come on.
Does He know your name? Do you know Him? If He came tonight, are you going?
Come on.
He counts the stars, one and all. Time of sand is on the shore. Sees every sparrow that crawls. Made our mountains and our seas. He's in control of everything. All creatures great and small. He knows my name. Every step that I take. Every move that I make. Every tear that I cry. He knows my name. When I'm overwhelmed by the pain, I can't see the light. Can you say it? I know I'll be just fine. 'Cause He knows my name. The moment's right, oh, I don't know what tomorrow may bring. I can't tell you what's in store. I don't know what. Does He know your name? Come on, you ready? I don't have all the answers to the questions in your mind. But you see, I know in whom I shall believe. 'Cause He knows my name. Every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry, He knows my name. When I'm overwhelmed by pain, I can't see the light. You know what He said? But I know you'll be there. I know I'll be just fine. He knows my name. Listen, yes He does. Yes He does. Made the mountains and the seas. He's in control of it. This is what it's about. All creatures great and small. Say it. He knows my name. Every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry. He knows my name. When I'm overwhelmed by the pain, I couldn't see the light. Sometimes you'll go through some dark nights. I know I'll be just fine. You're gonna be in the night sometimes. He knows my name. Listen to this. Stay here. I don't know what your tomorrow's gonna bring. I can't tell you what's in store. 'Cause I don't know a lot of things. Sometimes I thought I know the answers to your questions. But I know in who
right now.
He knows my name. Come on, man, ain't you glad he knows you? Don't stop, come on. Come on. What the Lord has done. Look what the Lord has done. He healed my body. He touched my mind. He saved me. It was just in time. I'm gonna praise His name. I'm gonna praise Him. He's just the same. Never change. Come on and praise Him. Look what the Lord has done. Well, now they all amen. He said, outside the gate, they all go to take it home. Well, now Peter and John, they can't follow His own name, and He's begging me. It's time to recall. Have I known the Lord have? I hear the Lord to me. Right when the Spirit touched Him, and He leaped up to His feet, and said, look what it's done for me. Look what the Lord has done. Look what the Lord has done. Come on, let's get on with this. He healed my body. Yes, He did. Yes, He did. He said, well, it was just in time. I'm gonna praise His name. I'm gonna praise Him. He's just the same. Never change. I'm gonna praise Him. Look what the Lord has done. Hallelujah. Listen, I was built by shame of darkness and sin. I didn't have no hope of peace. But I have no peace. Though my sins were as scarlet, He washed them white as snow, and He opened up my mind. And now my soul's in the jars. I'm in Him, my joy. I got joy and peace, everything I need. My name has been written down. Can't you see what it's done for me? Look what the Lord has done. Look what the Lord has done. Look what the Lord has done. Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Believe on me. Believe on me. He said believe on me. The scripture said it. Scripture said it. Scripture said it right here. Scripture said it. The word of God said it. Scripture said it. Scripture said it. He said out of your belly. Out of your belly. Out of your belly. He said out of your belly. Out of your belly. Out of your belly. It's gonna flow, flow, flow. Come on, you want rivers of living water? That's what I need. I got the river of living water. I got the river of living water. I got that river. Come on, how many want some revival in the life today? Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Believe on me. Believe on me. Believe on me. Right here. The scripture said it. The scripture said it. Scripture said it. Scripture said it. The word of God said it. The word of God said it. Scripture said it. It said out of your belly. Out of your belly. Out of your belly. Out of your belly. It said out of your belly. Out of your belly. Oh, it's gonna flow, 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 flow. I got the river. I got the river. I got the river. You know what? Because Jesus said it. That's the reason I got it, brother, because he said it. And I know what he says doesn't return void. Because the word of God stands firm. Oh, scripture said it. Well, the scripture said it. Oh, the word of God said it. Yeah, the scripture said it. He said out of your belly. He said out of your belly. Should have been there when I prayed through. The church was on fire and the Holy Ghost too. Top of my head to the sole of my feet. And the Spirit moving all over me. Come on, how many's ever been in a position or situation in your life where you come to the altar, when you cast your cares on the Lord, and when you pray, oh Lord, by the wisdom, I got the river. I got the river. I got the river. Come on, if you love that today, right here, so let's start. Let's go. You should have been there when I prayed through. Hands is on fire and the Holy Ghost too. Top of my head to the sole of my feet. I felt the Spirit moving all over me. Church was on fire and the Holy Ghost too. Top of my head. Come on, how many of them mighty rushing wind to sweep on your life? Say it, I got the river. Scripture said, Scripture said, Scripture said, Scripture said, Word of God said it, Scripture said. Come on, how many knows when God speaks the word? Out of your belly, out of your belly, out of your belly, out of your belly, out of your belly. He said, out of your belly, it's gonna flow, 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 flow. I got the river, I got the river. Say, I got the river, I got the river. Because Jesus said, come on, somebody rejoice with me. Jesus said, because your situation right now, He's already spoken the word over it. He already spoke life into your circumstance. Not dead, but you want to rise. Said the Scripture said, the Scripture said, I'm going to get my increase. I'm going to get my breakthrough. And it also said, it said, out of your belly, out of your belly, out of your belly, said, out of your belly, said, out of your belly, it's going to flow, 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 flow. Come on, now say, I got the river, living water. I got the river, living water. I got the river, living water. Come on, look at your neighbor and tell him, say, Jesus said, He done said it. Believe on me. He said, if you believe on me, the Scripture said, the Scripture said, the Scripture said, this is my season for grace and favor. He said, out of your belly, out of your belly, he said, out of your belly, out of your belly, it's gonna flow, 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 flow. I got the river. Come on, tell the Lord, say, fill me up, Lord. Let my overflow and spill over on the fire. Jesus said it. 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 He said, you should have been there when I prayed through. The church was on fire and the Holy Ghost too. From the top of my head to the sole of my feet, I felt the Spirit moving all over me. Oh, living water, I've got the river. Living water, I've got the river. Living water, listen. You should have been there when I prayed through. The church was on fire and the Holy Ghost too. From the top of my head to the sole of my feet, I felt the Spirit moving all over me. You should have been there when I prayed through. The church was on fire and the Holy Ghost too. From the top of my head to the sole of my feet, I say, feel me from head to toe, Lord. I got the river, living water. I got the river, living water. Living water. If you don't believe I've been redeemed, follow me down to the Jordan stream. Stepped in the water was cold, chilled my blood, blood down to my soul. Follow me down, stepped in the water, the water was chilled my mind. Oh, I got the river, living water. I got the river, living water. I got the river, living water. I got the river. Hallelujah. Come on, somebody praise Him. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Go ahead, Lord. Yes, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Out of your bellies. My. I don't know what y'all can't do, but I can't give God praise. Amen. I can't give Him glory. begin to give him honor tonight.
Come on, brag on
Out of your bellies shall flow rivers from living water.
it. Come on, let's flow.
Amen. I like that part where he said, you ought to have been there tonight that I prayed through. Hey, I would have built this sinner. Didn't think nobody thought nothing about me, but he did. Amen. And I'll tell you what else happened. He sanctified me real good. Then he told me, he said, I'm going to give you something. He said, I'm going to give you some power. Amen. And Brother Kevin, he poured it on me. You ought to be in there that night, that fire fell down. Amen. I shouted the church down. Why? Because I was endued with power from on high. Amen. If you want it, amen, it's here for you. All you got to do is just step into the water. Amen. The water might be cold. It might chill you to the bone. But I guarantee you get a dose of the Holy Ghost. That fire will burn inside of you. Amen. And it'll cause you to shout. Praise God. We're going to take up the offering for Brother Tony and them. Amen. Give what you can. Amen. Because it's going for a good work.
Amen.
Amen. It's not easy going back and forth on the road. Amen. I know how it was to travel on the road. I know how it was to go out and sing. Sometimes, brother, you get a handful of pennies. You wonder how your babies are going to eat. I remember going out preaching our first revival. The old car tore up on us on the way up there. The motor began to knock and it sounded real bad. It's smoke rolling. I went into a Dairy Queen at Burkesville, Kentucky. People standing out there and the smoke just rolling out of that car, and it's just a knocking sound. I can fix the whole rock right through the bottom of the motor. I said, honey, we still got to go to revival. She said, give me that oil out of that car. I opened up the glove box and I gave her that big bottle of oil, Brother Morris. I popped the hood on that. Them people at Dairy Queen stood there and watched her. She didn't just put a little dot on that car. She took that oil cap off and she poured that whole bottle of that oil in that car. And she began to pray. We began to pray over that motor. I got in there and I started that car up. That motor was a knock. Them people at Dairy Queen was going, what did she put in that car? Brother, all the smoke just disappeared. I drove that car to Indiana. Drove it back. Drove it back to Indiana. Drove it back. Drove it to Michigan. Drove it back. Amen. And I drove that car all around Glasgow, Scottsville, Bowling Green, Hart County, Mumfordville. Brother Tony, and one day the Lord said, I'm going to bless you with something else. This black guy come up to me and he said, boy, brother, I'd like to have that motor out of that car. And I said, well, I can't just sell the motor. I said, I got to do something else with the car. He said, I just want the motor. I said, well, somebody done asked me about the transmission. He said, well, I don't want the transmission, I just want the motor. So I sold the transmission to somebody else, and I sold him that motor. And I sold the car for junk to a guy that lived out on the south side of Barron out there, and I sold it to him. But that black guy put that motor down in his car, and he said, brother, I ain't never had to put no oil in that car. He said, I've drove that car, I've raced it, I've done everything. He said, I even tried to blow the motor up in it. He said, I can't blow that motor up. He said, I swore he'd do it. He said, somebody else said, I want that motor. As far as I know, that motor's still going. Why? It was because of the anointing of God. Amen. It's because God is a mechanic. Amen. He can fix you. He can fix an automobile. Amen. My wife was diagnosed with melanoma cancer 2 years ago. Amen. And she's cancer free today. Why? Because my God is a healer. Amen. He's a mechanic. He went inside there and he took all that cancer out. Amen. He worked on them organs in there. Amen. He's a healer tonight. He is a redeemer. He's a savior. Amen. He will save your soul if you let it. He'll change your life. Amen, Brother Tony, my daddy. The doctors told him that the bottom of his heart was dead and there wasn't no hope for him. Told him he'd come home from work one day and just leave and go on to heaven. My daddy said, well, that's fine. I'm ready to go. I fought the fight. I've kept the faith. Oh, that doctor said, but Mr. Miller, I want to try one thing. He said, I'm going to put you in cardiac arrest. I'm going to kill you. And I'm going to see how much that heart will stand. I said, now when we put you out, you're going to go out. And I said, that's fine. He said, but I'm going to come back when you get done. And now, Brother Miller, some people don't. He said, Mr. Miller, some people just don't come back like that. He said, when we do that, some people don't come back. But I said, that's okay. They put him in cardiac arrest. My daddy's sitting there wide awake watching him. They done put him out. They give him that medicine. Brother, that doctor come back in there and he said, Mr. Miller, we're going to do it again. I said, that's fine, go ahead. I'm a winner if I stay or I'm a winner if I go. It don't matter to me. Brother Tony, he done it again. My daddy's sitting there looking at him. He said, now that ain't right. Mr. Miller, you should be out. You shouldn't be even seeing nothing. The doctor scratches his head and he walks out of the room. He goes in there and he's looking at the x-rays. He comes back in there. He said, Mr. Miller, we don't normally do this, but he said, we're going to do it one more time. My dad said, that's fine, go ahead. If I don't wake up, I'm going to be up there. And absent from the body to be present with the Lord. That doctor come in there and they done that again. My dad sitting there looking at him. But something changed that day. Something changed on that third time. There was a hand that came out of the ceiling and went right down into my daddy's chest. Took that old heart out. And that doctor said, I don't know who you're serving, Mr. Miller. But he said, I seen him take and put a brand new heart in there. And he even put all the vessels back the way they went. You know what my daddy told him? He said, I serve a king. I serve the Lord of Lords. Amen. I know he was going to take care of me. My daddy didn't die of a heart attack. He didn't die of cancer. Amen. He just closed his eyes and went to sleep. Amen. I'm telling you, glory to God, when God does something, he does it right. That doctor told my daddy, he said, Mr. Miller, I don't understand that part. He said, I don't know how I'm even going to write this down. He said, I didn't even do no surgery on you. He said, I didn't have to because that hand had come through that ceiling. And went inside that chest and started taking that old heart out. He said, he put it on back in there and said, it's a brand new heart in there. You ain't got no problem. All the heart medicine was thrown away. All the allergy medicines was thrown away. And you know what? God showed that doctor who was the doctor. He showed him right there and made a believer. He said, well, I guess I'm just going to write down a miracle. That's all it was a miracle. So see, God can do things that we can't do. Amen. I'm going to Brother Caleb, come on up here. And I don't want you to miss nobody. Y'all give what God tells you to give tonight, and you'll be blessed. Brother Tony and them didn't tell me that they have so much money up front. Amen. He just said, we'll come. I said, well, we're going to bless you, Brother Tony. And I got faith in people, Brother Chris, that God's going to bless. Amen. I was hoping Shimon would be here tonight, but there's a revival across town. People was at that revival. And Bible school's going on in churches. It was going to be here. But that's all right. Jesus is here.
That's right. It may have a service like we had here tonight, honey.
Amen. Hallelujah. Brother Wayne, you want to bless the offering? Yes, amen. Go ahead, Brother Wayne.
Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you tonight, Lord. We thank you, Lord God, for the being found here tonight, Lord God, Lord. And we thank you, Lord, for the blessing, Lord God, that we can see tonight, Lord, listen to the songs tonight, Lord God. Thank you, move tonight, Lord, in this house, Lord. Lord, we just ask, Lord God, you move on the people tonight, Lord, to heal, Lord, from the heart, Lord God, Lord. Lord God, I pray, God, you just bless those that can get tonight, Lord, and those that can't, Lord, bless them, Lord. And Lord, bless the singing group, Lord, as they continue to do your work, Lord God, up with your name, Lord, with songs, praise, Lord. Lord, just be with them, Lord, and anoint them, Lord God, like they've never been anointed before, Lord. Lord, give them that double portion, Lord God, I pray tonight, Lord. And you be with them, Lord, and you give them many souls, Lord, for their labor tonight, Lord. I praise you and I thank you, Lord, for this right now.
Now listen to me, it ain't over yet. Brother Jimmy ain't got to open his Bible yet. He done told me he'd been studying today. I don't have you study for nothing. He said he's going to preach. I said, y'all are. Amen. You can't outgive God. I just tell you. The more you bless God, bless God's people, God's going to bless you back. Amen. I appreciate the Lord. This is my grandson right here, Brother Tony. He's my adopted grandson. Amen. Childhood. Brother Morrison's and his daughter back there. Amen. She come to our house, stay with our house, raised up with my kids. And she said, can I put you on the birth certificate as grandma and grandpa? I said, that's fine. Brother Morrison's grandpa and Sister Darlene is his grandma back there with Nana and Pa. I'm grandpa, and that's Pa. Or Pa Miller and Granny Miller. Anyway, we'll get it right one way. But he's only 17. He's fixing to be 18. And then I got some adopted ones back here. Brother Caleb that took up the offering for me. He's my adopted grandbaby. Amen. And little Smiley back there. Got the water a while ago. He's one of the adopted ones. Amen. We just got some family. God, I said, God, man, my grandbaby went on to be with Jesus when she was born. But you know what? I ain't worried about that because we're fixing to have some. I got the ones God's gave me already, but I'm fixing to have some from my daughters. God promised me that. And I stand on that promise. But Brother Tony, what you said a while ago. That's it. This is the promise that's coming. I said, I'm holding on to that promise. I showed Brother Jimmy that promise last night. He looked at it and he said, man, that looks like a steeple. A big long building. Sister Linda, Sister Bonnie showed him the picture of the church. So let me look at that again. I showed him that picture in the clouds. Look, you can see the windows just like what's in that church on that picture in the cloud. God knows what he's doing, church. Amen. I'm going to have Brother Morris and Sister Darlene, or Brother Morris is going to sing a song, and Sister Darlene and Sister Connie and Sister Cassie's going to sing. We'll give them just a break a little bit, amen. Church is not over. Amen. They're going to come back up and sing a few more songs for us, but I'm going to let Brother Morris come and sing one for us. Let Jimmy play for you, Brother Morris.
Where no twilight shadows deepen. A country where no twilight shadows deepen. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. What will it be when we get over yonder and join the throne upon the glassy sea? We'll join our loved ones and crown Christ forever. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. As we see the face of Jesus, before whose image other loves all free. And when they crown him Lord of Lords, I want to be there. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. What will it be when we get over yonder and join the throne upon the glassy sea? We'll join our loved ones and crown Christ forever. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. We'll join our loved ones and crown Christ forever. Oh, this is just what heaven means to me. All right, Sister Darlene, Sister Connie, Sister Cassie's going to sing for you. Amen. Lay that in there. Hallelujah. God's good, ain't he? Amen. Daddy has to show the young man how to do it. Amen. Praise the Lord. My wife had the same one. Amen. That's the great praise the Lord. Amen. After she gets done, we're going to turn it back over to the Dean family. Amen. How many's enjoyed it so far? Well, all right, Amen. We ain't got to hear his wife sing yet, but we're fixing to. Amen. She's got a pretty song she sings, I'm telling you. Amen. I really enjoy listening to her.
I'd like to testify because my husband had this child. Most of the church people know this. They're all the guests and the income recognize this. I was diagnosed in 2017 with melanoma. I had this little place come up on my back that size of a diamond. And I kept praying for it, praying for it, praying for it, and asking the Lord to take it away. Take it away, take it away, Lord, take it away. I thought it growing bigger, take it away. I had grown up about a year and a half. And it grew to about the size of a small cherry tomato. And we got what you could see a little bit. And my husband, he said, I wish you would just go have that seen back. So I kept praying, Lord, you know, give me a divine miracle, just take it away. He didn't move in that way. So when I heard Glasgow to the pavilion, and I had been fasting, and I had been praying and praying and fasting and fasting and praying, you know. And, you know, I'm not worried. Nobody wants to die, but, you know, if you're ready to go, it's not bad. You know, the best is yet to come. But when I was diagnosed, I went out there and they said they removed it. And he told me I had to go back for the results. He said, he said it didn't look like melanoma. He said that it's melanoma. It's the worst kind of skin cancer you can have. He said we can operate on you here, which would be about 3 operations. He said, we can send you to Louisville, to a world's best #1 melanoma specialist. I said, send me to Louisville. But you know, when I went up there to Louisville, they sent me to the James Brown Cancer Center. They sent me over to the James Brown Cancer Center, and when I went in, and I told that doctor, Dr. Kelly McMaster, the oncologist, he said, you know? I said, yeah, I know. I said, I know it's the worst kind, it's the bad kind. I know that. I said, but only God knows that. I said, because, you know, and it kind of wondered why I hadn't done come, because it been like a year and a half. And I said, well, I've been praying, and I put it in God's hands, and I just kept on praying and praying and praying. He said, yeah, it's the bad kind. So, they done surgery on me. And then they wanted me to take Keytruda treatments. Keytruda is not, it's like an autoimmune therapy. It's not like chemo. Chemo makes hair fall out and all that stuff. But Keytruda don't do that. And they said, we want you to take Keytruda as a precaution. But before I went to Louisville, I went to my bathroom. And they said, you got melanoma. I went to my bathroom, like Hezekiah did in 2 Kings. And I said, Lord, I ain't done a whole lot to take it into consideration. And give me 15 years. Give me 15 years to work for you. Give me 15 more years to praise you. And I asked the Lord for 15 years. And I went up there and they done that surgery. You know, a little place like this went to a scar like this. I've got a scar like this across my back. But God carried me through the surgery. And every one of my scans has been good. I went back, you know, and one thing that puzzled them is my hair color is not, I mean, it's usually brown, but it's gray now. But my hair color was not the kind of hair color that people usually get melanoma. I'm not a son. I don't get in the tanning movement. I like the air conditioning. It don't run in my family. So more or less, they just really didn't know why it come up, because I didn't meet none of the criteria of being someone to have melanoma. And that's what they told me. They said, that's what you got. But I never told nobody I had that. I said, that's what they said I got. But I've got Jesus. And He's going to take care of me. Whether I stay here or whether I go, I'm going to be taken care of. I went into my sister's house. My sister Connie that come up here and sung, that's my baby sister. And I looked at her and she said, and I said, it's okay. I said, it's going to be okay. And she just busted out, because we lost two of our sisters with different kinds of cancer. But I told her, I said, it's going to be okay. And they took me up there, and they done that surgery, and I come home, and I had to go take scans. And my last scan, I talked to my doctor, if got anybody you ever know that faces a battle with melanoma, Louisville, James Brown Cancer Center is the #1 place to take them. People come from all over, everywhere. And Dr. Miller was the man that treated me with Keytruda. When we went in, he asked my husband, he said, are you Amish? Because we had the same last name. He said, no. But he's probably in his 70s, because he graduated from his first training in like 1960. And I tell you, I just loved him better than anything. He was so sweet. He was concerned. He has the best bedside manner. He sits there. He talks to you. He explains it to you. He really does care. You know, sometimes you can't find doctors like that nowadays. And he really does care. But the last time I went up there, he asked me, he said, now, when was your last treatment? I said, oh, I don't know. He said, well, the more treatments you take, the better off you have. But that not coming back on me. I said, God, I asked God for 15 years and I got 13 to go. And that's what I told him. And I believe in God for it. I believe in God to lead me here. Because let me tell you something, when my life is over and my job is done, He's going to take me no matter who's wanting me to stay. Because God is the boss. And I just love the Lord. I love everybody here. And, you know, it's just so wonderful being in the presence of the Lord.
Oh, heaven calls me.
wanted to wheel me in to surgery. This plastic surgeon come in there because I had the doctor, that done the regular stuff, and then I had a plastic surgery because he wanted me to have a good, fine line. And he said, Miss Miller, he said, I've never had this to happen. He said, but when we go in your neck to take them lymph nodes out, he said, you can lose shoulder motion. He said, we've never had it to happen, but I have to warn you of that. Here you are getting ready to go under, so what do you say? We're nothing you can say. So when I got out of my surgery, I got home. I raised my arm up and fall in. I raised my arm up like this tall and fall down. Raised my arm up and told me what I said. Because I always wanted to have that like this. We've been married almost 38 years this year. And I've always just pulled it up like this. He had to fix my hair for 2 months, and I told him, I said, something's wrong with my arm. It don't work. And we went to a revival in Guntown, Mississippi, and this man, I didn't know nobody, he didn't know me. And he was from Savannah, Tennessee. His name's Brother Glenn Compton. I don't know if y'all know him or not. And after the service was over, he said, told Miller, he said, I've been watching your wife. He said, God has been showing me some stuff about her. See, when I went down there on the cane, because my right leg had got so bad, my knee, that I had to have a shot in it, but the shot didn't do no good. He was having to pull me up out of the recliner, and I could barely make it to the bathroom because my right knee had got so bad. And he told me, he said, your knee, he said, you got arthritis trying to sit up all through your leg. And he prayed for me to come off my cane that night. And he said, you got nerve damage in one of your arms. Well, I could have flipped. I mean, you could have knocked me over with a feather. Because I know God showed him that. Because I had surgery in July and I was down in September. He didn't know me and I didn't know him, and the people down there didn't know I had nerve damage in my arm. And you couldn't tell it by just looking at me. He said, you got nerve damage in one of your arms. And he prayed for me that night, and my arm works just fine. I can fix my own hair. To God be all the glory. He is still here. He is still here. And I went back to work, and I told that gynecologist, and I told him, I said, when I come out of surgery, I can raise my arm. He said, you couldn't? I said, no. I said, but I went to Mississippi to a revival, and this preacher man, he prayed for me. I said, look here now. My arm works just fine. He said, well, maybe I need him to pray for me.
Amen. Well, I was going to say that our quartet is supposed to sing for Brother Tony. Now, they're not the Dean family, so don't. They're the Dean family wannabe, okay? So we're going to let them come and sing for Brother Tony. Amen. And Brother Tony says he's not heard nobody sing his songs. So you hear what? Now, they can sing pretty good. I'll give them credit for that. Amen. He's Alive Quartet. That's what they called themselves. So.
I know it's a Fat Man Quartet. More acceptable for a church.
That's right. Last time was the church.
We try to get rid of it. They just spread it back.
That's what I mean.
Right. He's saying so Mr. Tony can hear you, okay? Give him a thumbs up. He's too bad. Yeah.
sneak a microphone under his face while he's singing without him knowing, he'd be all right. I'm gonna tell you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. All right, let's give Brother Tony and Emma a great big old hand as they come back up here. Let's all stand, let's give Jesus a big hand. Amen.
Amen. I tell you what, that was a great job, wasn't it? Y'all done better than Cook Brothers did on it. It's all right, they don't pay royalty. I didn't say better than me.
Yeah, you know that.
Um,
You know that one.
I'm going to sing a song. I was thinking about Pastor mentioned it, and she mentioned it. We got a song that says, "Either way I can't lose." I started to mention it just a few minutes ago, and then you mentioned it after we sat down. How many's ever faced a mountain? How many knows that no matter what happens, it don't change the end? That's right. I want you to listen to the words of this song. I want you to apply it to whatever mountain you think you're facing. Monday, Friday, every day ends in Y. You need to remember that. I remember when Friday rolled around, I couldn't wait for the weekend because that meant the banks was closed, but nobody going to be looking for me. Couldn't make no, and Sunday, what don't get no matter. Hey. wish you would play the Let's do some work on the field. Let's put up our shirt.
you've been born again, you're gonna talk that talk and walk the walk. Here's your chance. This is Kentucky. Y'all been loud all night. I want to hear you. Talk that talk, walk the walk. Talk that talk, walk the walk. Talk that talk, walk the walk. Go back out and walk the walk. Talk that talk, you never walk the walk. You can't be ashamed of what's inside, 'cause you can't live without a sin if you've been born again. I said talk that talk and walk the walk. You can't live without a sin if you've been born again. Talk that talk and walk the walk.
One that I played earlier. He said, I'll get her to sing for you.
When your mom
I
wrote
want
this
her
down.
today.
That's right. I want her.
Life's left me wounded, broken and torn. I was empty, felt so alone. In the dark water, Jesus called my name. Set me out in the water, He led me out of the place. Now I'm winner today. That's not what you see. I lost everything. How can this thing be? I got my focus set on home. Found rest for my weary soul. Cast my care on the Lord today. I'm a winner anyway. You didn't see what the storm did to me, but in the dark I saw Jesus walking to see. I'll be your father and mother. I've heard your prayer. He said, don't you worry about tomorrow. I'm already there. I'm a winner today. That's not what you see. I lost everything. How can this thing be? I got my focus set on home. Found rest for a weary soul. Cast my care on the Lord today. I'm a winner anyway. I'm a winner today. That's not what you see. I lost everything. How can this thing be? Got my focus set on home. Found rest for a weary soul. Here on the Lord today. I'm a winner anyway. I'm a winner anyway. I'm a winner today.
Amen. Hallelujah. How many knows that you gotta walk that walk, talk that talk? Amen. Just not only in the church house, Brother Tony. A lot of them does it just in the church house, but when they're out of the church house, they don't walk that walk, and they don't talk that talk. Amen. So how many's glad that we had the Dean family here tonight? Amen. It's still a big hand. They came here a long ways. Where was it, about Georgia? You had to put that charger on them batteries? In Florida. That's a long drive, amen, without no alternator. They had the alternator with them, that was Jesus, amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I'm excited. I've been in church tonight. Amen. Some people don't last this long, Brother Tony. Sunday before last, we didn't get out here for 5.5 hours. We had 5.5 hour service. Amen. The Holy Ghost come in, hey, I just let it go. Amen. When God comes in, I don't put him out. Some churches do, but I don't. I let him come on in. Brother Chris, I just let him have his way. Amen. I want everybody not to forget, Saturday, Brother Chris and Sister Heather's going to be getting married. Amen. They're going to be tying the knot. Amen. Well, this, Brother Tony, this boy right here. This boy right here, he's mine and her son. We claimed him back when he was just about 8. And he come and live with us every weekend. Boy, he'd call. He said, I'll come to y'all's house. And when school was out, he'd come to our house. Spring breaks, whatever, he's at our house every weekend. He was at our house. Amen. And he just raised with us. Amen. He's our boy. We had 2 girls, but this is our boy. Amen. Me and her. Yeah, Misty's our girl back there. The redhead back there. She's our girl. But this one right here, he right there with me. Man, he come home from church one night and I was fixing some pinto beans, some cornbread, beer meat. Me and him was messing around in the kitchen, cutting up an onion for them beans. The onion goes good with beans. And then I was sitting there and I had this fillet knife and I turned it backwards where it wasn't cut it. And I was acting like I was going towards him. Somehow, I don't know how he managed to do it, but he got a hold of the blade part and cut his hand right through there. And we took him to the hospital. We took him to the hospital, and all he was worried about was all them other ones eating his beans and deer meat before he got home. So, we got him all sewed up, and we got him back home. Nobody had even touched anything. But you know what? I wouldn't take nothing for him. Amen. And I told him here a while back, I told him, I said, if you got your good one, don't let go of it. Amen. Hold on to it. God don't give you good ones all the time. Sometimes we make our mistakes and get our good ones, or try to get our good ones ourselves, and we get bad ones.
That's right.
But God gives us the best. See, that over there, I come all the way from Columbus, Indiana, and got that one. My uncle called me and said, I got a piano player at the church and I want you to come and meet her, but you can't marry her and take her away from my church. I said, I ain't. I thought both my uncles picked her out. I ain't going to come look at it. But some brother Carl Ely's grandson, I run around with him and he said, we got to go to Kentucky. We got a revival. He said, you're our singer? We're the preachers. I said, all right. Where are we going? He said, Earl Miller's church. I said, all right. He said, yeah, we're going down there. We get down there, guess what? She's on piano, playing piano, singing. And I thought, is that what he's talking about? But we didn't meet then. 2 weeks later, after we got back, my other uncle died. And I come down to a funeral home. And my mama got so mad at me, I come in at the funeral home and I had a pair of tennis shoes on, 9 cats couldn't catch a rat in. And I had some jeans on and had hose in them, a pair of sunshades. I come walking in that funeral home And she fell in love with me when I walked in there like that. But boy, my mama wanted to beat me to death. She said, I've raised you better than that. Why'd you come in a funeral home dressed like that? So we left and we took off walking. Now I can take you to the place and I can take you to the time. Well, me and her had our first kiss. You ever seen sin? See what I got. The best thing God had for me. Amen. Has it always been good? Has it always been easy? But we made it. And I know you can do it. How many knows they can do it? By the grace of God, they can do it. Amen. But they're ready at 3 o'clock. Brother Tony, go kill him. But we want to invite the church leaders to come be with them out there at 3 o'clock. Amen. You be going for Brother Chris and Brother and Sister Heather. Amen. And we done what? How many? We just had a wedding out there a while back, wasn't it? One of our other adopted girls got married out there at that same church. So, but you know what? One day we're all going to be like we're going to be in the bride. We're going to be the bride, amen. And we're going to go home. Hallelujah. We got a prayer box right here. If you got a prayer request or a need that you want, write the prayer request down. Put it in this box. We pray over this prayer box every night that we have church. There's a little girl in Houston, Texas. Brother Tony, the doctor said she won't make it. She's going to die. Her mama texted me on the internet. She told me. I said, well, this is He's Alive Community Church. I said, you don't know us? I said, but we're praying for your daughter. And she sent me back. She said, I really appreciate that. She said, the doctor said that we won't make it. And we began to pray, Brother Tony. We put her name in the prayer box. We began to pray. Just a few days later, I get a text. And she said, my daughter's going home. She's off life support. Amen. It ain't what we done, it's what God does. Amen. We've seen people healed of cancer in this prayer box. We've seen people saved. We've seen changes, lives changed. But we're going to pray over our prayer box tonight. And Brother Tony and Brother Wayne, y'all come up here. We always pick 3 people to pray over our prayer box. Amen. They got CDs out here now. I don't know what kind of deals Brother Tony's got for you. Amen. That's his wife's out there. If you want to buy CDs, help them out. Amen. Buy a CD, it'll help them out. It'll help them they get 5 miles to a gallon. A diesel. So that ain't, you look, 800 some. What is it, about 800 miles? About 800 miles one way. Here. That's not counting back. Amen. But they ain't going back right now. He said they probably won't get to see the beach till July the 2nd. So that means they're still going out singing and seeing souls saved. Amen. We're going to let them pray over this prayer box. Amen. Everybody else stretch your hand this way and pray over it with me. These 3 in one, God, you said we're 2 or 3 agreeing on touching any one thing. And God, it believe, God, it shall be done. God, they're agreeing and they're believing together right now. God, we pray for all those, God, that the doctor says has got cancer. But God, we know, God, you're the healer, Lord God. Those who's got diabetes, Lord, those who's got heart problems, God, those who just need family members saved, those who've got little children. Lord God, that the doctor says has got tumors. Lord God, we come against them in the name of Jesus. We ask you, Lord, you said in your word, you sent your word and your word healeth thee. And Lord God, Psalms 103:3 says that you heal all of thy diseases, Lord. And God, we ask you right now, God, move upon these things, God. Touch lives, change lives, save souls, Lord. Lord, let them be born again, God. We ask, God, in your son's name, God, we give you all praise and all glory. Oh, God, we praise you. We thank you for it. God, we praise you, Lord. Now listen, they're